Welcome to our channel about royal families. Today, we're taking a trip to the picturesque region of Cahors in the south of France, where, nestled among vineyards and along the banks of the Lot River, lies one of the most fascinating royal residences in Europe. We're talking about a castle that has belonged to the Danish royal family for over half a century, but whose future is currently wrapped in mystery. The story of this castle began back in 1974, when Queen Margrethe II purchased this charming estate together with her husband, Prince Henrik. The choice of the Cahors region wasn't random. Prince Henrik, born Henri de la Borde de Montpezat, was French by birth and longed for his homeland, while Margrethe had always had a soft spot for French culture and the French way of life. This place quickly became a true escape for the royal couple, away from protocols, duties, and formalities. Over the decades, the castle was transformed into a real gem. The original building was significantly expanded and modernized. Today, it's a stunning property with swimming pools, manicured gardens, and its own vineyards that produce wine under the royal family's private label. Its location by the Lot River gives it a special charm, a place where, as people say, time seems to slow down. What makes this story even more compelling is how different generations of the Danish royal family have related to the castle. For Queen Margrethe II, it has always been a place of creative inspiration. It's where she worked on her famous translations and artistic projects. For Prince Henrik, the castle offered a deep connection to his French roots and the opportunity to pursue his passion for winemaking. In January of last year, when Queen Margrethe passed the crown to her eldest son, Crown Prince Frederick, it seemed like all matters of succession had been carefully planned. The Queen had taken steps to prepare for the transition, including the controversial decision to strip 4 of her grandchildren, Prince Joachim's children, of their royal titles. This move, according to the royal household, was meant to modernize the monarchy and reduce its expenses. However, the matter of the French castle turned out to be more complicated than expected. Unlike other royal residences, the castle in Cahors is a private property, purchased with personal funds, not part of Denmark's national heritage. That means its future doesn't follow the usual rules of succession. It depends entirely on the personal wishes of its current owner. Adding another layer of intrigue is the fact that, in recent years, it's Prince Joachim and his family who have spent the most time at the estate. His wife, Princess Marie, is French by birth and feels completely at home there. Their sons, Counts Nikolai and Felix, are said to love the place. They often visit with friends and enjoy being regular teenagers away from the spotlight of royalty. For them, the French castle has become something of a family sanctuary. Interestingly, Prince Henrik himself once hinted at this dilemma. In an interview from 2018, he cautiously said, "We thought about passing the castle to our eldest son, Prince Frederick, since Prince Joachim has his own place in southern Jutland." He was referring to Schackenborg Palace, which at the time belonged to Joachim. But in a twist of fate, Joachim later sold the palace, and it's now the site of a private foundation. When asked about the future of the French estate that same year, Queen Margrethe gave a typically diplomatic response. "I hope the family will work it out, my 2 sons that is. I really don't want to interfere in what they decide." This suggests that even then she intended to let her sons come to their own agreement. Now that Frederick wears the crown, the situation has become even more delicate. According to royal experts, if Queen Margrethe does not leave explicit instructions in her will, the responsibility for distributing the property would likely fall to the highest-ranking member of the royal family, in this case, King Frederik. Observers of royal affairs note that the central figures of the royal family, the monarch and consort, tend to prioritize retaining as much property as possible. This approach makes practical sense. Maintaining multiple estates is expensive, and consolidating assets under the reigning monarch is often the more efficient option. Still, it's hard to ignore the human element. The castle in Cahors isn't just a piece of real estate, it's a place full of memories. Legendary summer photo sessions of the Danish royal family took place here. This is where the queen's children and grandchildren took their first steps among the vineyards. It's where Margrethe II still enjoys strolling through the local markets, just as a woman, not as a monarch. It's fascinating to watch how modern royal families handle situations like this. In an era where monarchies aim for transparency and a closer connection with the public, personal dilemmas often play out in the open. Still, there's always a fine balance between public interest and private boundaries. Interestingly, over the past year, the relationship between King Frederik and Prince Joachim has reportedly improved. The new king has made several goodwill gestures toward his younger brother and his children, including awarding royal orders to his nephews. These actions suggest that family ties remain strong, despite the complexities of protocol and inheritance. Many experts believe that the question of the French castle could serve as a real test of maturity for the Danish royal family. Will the brothers be able to find a solution that balances practical concerns with emotional attachment? Or will the estate become a symbol of a new era, one in which royal assets are increasingly centralized under the ruling branch? Whatever happens, this story reminds us that behind the glittering crowns and grand ceremonies lie ordinary human relationships, complete with their complications and emotions. And perhaps that's what makes royal families so captivating. They face the same challenges as everyone else, just with slightly more glamorous surroundings. The castle in Cahors continues to keep its secrets, and the Danish royal family continues to seek answers to timeless questions about legacy, fairness, and family harmony. As of now, there's been no official statement about the property's future, and all of my reflections are based on public remarks, interviews, and known facts from the lives of the royal family members. How this matter will ultimately be resolved, only time will tell. So, what do you think? Who should inherit the French castle in Cahors? Let us know in the comments. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe so you won't miss any of our new royal stories. See you next time on the channel.